Hello, good morning. How are you? You okay? Yeah. Come on in, let's go. Let's go get some breakfast. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Breakfast time. Breakfast. Let's go. So it's Saturday, 4th of April, something like that. Yeah, Storm Dave is on the way. Not really kicked off yet. It's getting a bit breezy. It was very still, lovely this morning. We went to a car boot and it was all good. But yeah, Storm Dave is on the way, so we're not particularly looking forward to this one. So this is where some of our seeds are, and the ones that, a lot of them are Kirsten's flower seeds, but these are mine. They need potting on fairly soon. So there's my Achillea, 3 different sorts of Achillea for the back, near the back hedge. We're going to put that. I've got some sweet corn and some cucumbers. I think that's it for me. Oh no, tomatoes as well. Some tomatoes there. 6 different varieties. And bit of backup stock there. You all right? Yeah? You a good lad? You are a good lad. No, you're not a good lad. I think you are. You're up, Benj. Jen. So I went to a car boot this morning and chose various things, but got all these. That's cool. That is a great profile, isn't it? Some jockey, I don't know what's his name, Frank Wotton. Nice watercolour there, and an oil, an original oil there. Another sort of more naive type oil there, and a really nice print actually. This is a signed German print. And I'm going to look into that, but I think that's quite special. So I shall get these. Do you like that? Yeah? Is that good? Yeah, you approve, waggy tail. So yeah, I'll get these processed. That one needs reframing because it's got some, I'll keep it the same frame, but it all needs taken apart and then put new framing tape on after I've cleaned it all up. The sort of thunder flies in there, which I shall get out. But yeah, I'll work on those over the next week. But yeah, there's some good stuff there. And I like him in particular. The last storm, this bit of perspex, what's it called? That. What the hell's that called? Forget. Anyway, that blew out. Everything else is glass in here, but I just replaced that one about a year or so ago. But it does blow out when there's a storm. So what's in here? They're all Kirsten's, all stuff that she's brought on. I've got some spare broad beans. Don't know what I'm going to do with those because we're fairly full over there on the broad bean bed. But I'll find a home for them. So a spare pea. We'll get that out. My Globo seed was obviously dud, or it's just not happening. I've tried, well, I've used all of it and nothing has come up at all. That was just the last few because the first batch didn't come up. Nothing from those Savoy cabbage either, but I have got some greyhound. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 greyhound cabbage there, which will be nice for when I replace the stuff, the overwintered stuff in the brassica bed over there, the brassica cage. These are lettuce. Oh no, they're not. They're pak choi. Yeah, get that sorted soon. Get those moved into there as well. In here, I've done these sunflowers. We're just going to bring these on in here and then plant those out in a few weeks' time. There's a different little Dorrit sunflower in this side. 1 or 2 of those coming up as well, which is good. Certainly those sunburst ones, quite a few of those, so that'll be useful. Nothing from the Cavallonero, but we have got some Roden lettuce, so they're ready to plant out fairly soon. And we've got some spinach, so I could actually start taking this as salad spinach. We shall see what's down there. Boltardi beetroot as well. And I've got the second lot of potatoes. I put in the other lot of potatoes about 2 weeks ago. Just held back on these Maris Pipers. Going to put those in after this storm's out of the way. I think the forecast is quite good for Easter Monday, so we will get those in then. And I shall replace this, clip that in better, get some more clips, put it in stronger. Can't go out much and do any videoing today because it's already started to get windy, and the microphone will just pick up the wind noise too much. But yeah, it is due for about 3 hours time, the start of Storm Dave. Got this today from the car boot. It's a really good old toolbox, just a vintage toolbox, probably from the 50s, something like that. But then inside, loads and loads. Stuck myself. Yeah, loads of nails, bolts, a few screws, 1 or 2 other things. They'll come in handy. But basically, yeah, that toolbox. I mean, if I wanted to sell that at the antique booth, probably get a tenner for it. All those nails as well will come in, or some of them will. And that was a whole £1 bargain. She's so excited to see me. I've been out for 3 minutes. Hello, Ed. Hello, Ken. All right. So it's still breezy, but Storm Dave has finished. We've got away with any real damage. Greenhouses all look all right. This is blown open. No cracked glass. Let me just check. Yeah, all good there. Things even blown away down here, really. A few pots have been knocked over, and I saw that the brassica cage entrance has come adrift, but yeah, I can sort that. Just sort of needs unscrewing and then putting back properly. But overall, we've got away with Storm Dave. So let's go and get some breakfast. You want some breakfast? Yeah? It's always breakfast time, isn't it, Ed? Always seems to be breakfast time. Right, we're ready. Hang on. Go. it's still way too windy to do any filming outside, so I'll just go and get these in. I've already prepared the trench for them. They'll go alongside the Charlottes that I did about 3 or 4 weeks ago. What are you doing in my potato trench? Well, that was a lot more difficult than I'd hoped for. It's still absolutely blowing a gale. It's the day after Storm Dave. And yeah, so when you're digging, there's things being blown at you. I've got Benji literally trying to dig the potatoes out as I'm putting them in. I've got Jenny basically chasing the spade. And yeah, just really blowy. It takes your breath away. Maybe I'm just getting old. But anyway, yeah, that was tougher than I thought, but it's all done. So that's 2 rows of potatoes in. One put in middle of March, one put in a week into April. So yeah, let's see how they go. And I'm going to go and crash out for a bit now. Go and have a cup of tea and just crash out. I'm sure the dogs will all lie on me. I'll watch an hour of YouTube and find somebody to watch. And then maybe do an hour or so later on. So in the potting shed, and got to work out what I've still got to sow. Definitely going to go and try these. It's very long term having to do rhubarb seeds, so you're probably talking, I don't know, 2 or 3 years before you can start taking rhubarb from them. So I don't know whether that's worth it or not. As you know, I bought rhubarb the first year, popped that in, waited for a year to be able to use it. That's now ready, but the stuff I bought last autumn has failed. So I think we'll revert to trying to grow from seed our own. I'll look at the details and see whether that's too early to sow or not now. Cucumbers, tomatoes are all underway. Lettuce, I must do some more lettuce as well. Already, I was way in advance this time last year, but it's not been such a straightforward year for different reasons. So we'll do that. Courgettes and squashes, anytime now we'll start growing, sowing those. Some pumpkin there as well. That parsnip seed, I mean, everybody says parsnip seed is only really good for a year or so. So I will do a row quite heavily popped in, so I'll do it closer together than I normally would and see if we get any germination from the 2 parsnips that we got left over from last year. I've done the chard, I've done the spinaches, I've done some cabbage. I don't think I've done any leek yet, so do some leek. And then there's all the green beans, runner beans to do in about a week or 2's time. 2 of my 3 followers are here. Shall we go and have a cuddle on the sofa and have a cup of tea? What do you reckon, Benj? Yeah? Should we do that? All right, let's go. Wait, don't eat compost. You don't need to. You get fed enough. Oops, right. Put that there. What are you doing? Are you trying to eat compost again? I think you are. I think you are. So I haven't got any of these leeks sown yet, so we'll get a few of these just into a pot like that, and then we'll hopefully get these going and then be able to prick them out in a few weeks' time. So we're still plodding on with the painting of all the woodwork, so that's all been done. And I've just done that picket fence this morning, or most of it. Started it the other day, and that's the difference. That's the untreated, but it's still a long way to go. The picket fence in particular, it's hard work. There's a lot of sort of edges to it, and we've still got to do all the way around here, and there's some more the other side. Kirsten's going to work on another trellis area later on today, so the same on this side. All this still needs to be done. That's the trellis that I think Kirsten's going to work on today. She'd done that previously, but she's going to get that one done, and then we can plant out the sweet peas fairly soon in front of that. It's been a really good afternoon, well, good day. Kirsten's done loads of work. I've not been feeling fantastic, but I still managed to cut the grass and do a bit of the painting on the fence. And I'm going to do as a rhubarb crumble now. Well, rhubarb and apple. We've got some of the Bramley apple from last year, so I'll have that, and then I'll put it with some of our very first rhubarb. So this has been in the ground for 18 months now. It's the first time we've taken any from it. A couple of stalks of that will do very nicely. Lovely. What a fantastic day. So we had loads of apples from the Bramley apple tree. Hello, you two. You all right? What are you up to? And we stewed it and then froze it, and we had something like about 30 of these bags to make apple crumble.
I didn't speak to... No lies, says Paul, big or small. Yes, says Joanna, that's what he told me.
So Kirsten has been really busy today. She's done loads of stuff, washed all the windows throughout the house, and she's painted that, which now starts to really fit in with everything. She's done all of this. I've just worked on the other side, the trellis and the pergola. But yeah, it's starting to look really good. So today's job is going to be painting the front of the shed. So the shed is a brilliant shed, but it does have a few problems. Basically, where it joins the garage, just up there, there's some sort of leak, so I've got to get up there during the spring, summer, autumn and see if I can repair it, and if not, I'll get somebody in to do it. And the fascia board around the other side is all rotten away as well, so there are a few leaks. We need to do some repair on it, but if we initially just make this front, which gets battered by the wind and rain when the wind's in certain positions, we'll make this a bit more weatherproof. The fruit cage, we gave it a really heavy mulch of this sort of pretty rough old homemade compost, but it seems to have done the world of good. The soil wasn't great here. We only had relative success last year, the harvest, but things are looking really good this year. So we've been to West Home Nursery, Old Leek in Lincolnshire. Really good nursery, and really good prices for everything. So we're being a bit careful with what we're buying this year because we bought an awful lot last year. We've got loads of seeds coming on, and we want to see what's actually going to pop up that we planted last year. But I like heucheras. We've got a very dark one in the woodland planting section. This is like a pinky rosy coloured one, and then this vivid green. So hopefully plant those. If they take, then I can split them and make other plants out of them. Kirsten really enjoyed this last year, Calibracho, if that's how you say it. And we've got 3 different colours. It's getting windy again. White, black cherry and magenta, so they'll look nice. Don't know where she's planning on putting those. And I didn't do sprouts last year, but now we've got the brassica cage bed, whatever you want to call it, all covered and everything. We're going to try some Brussels, so 10 of those for £1. And then the most important thing was to get the compost from them. 80 litre bags, they're £11, they're not the cheapest, but we have found that this particular brand is the best by far. Really good. Some of the compost that we bought from the garden centres have been almost repelling the water, just don't get to the right consistency. This is superb. We had it all last year and it was brilliant. This is the first time we've managed to get to the nursery, and so we bought 5. There's 4 there, and there's one here that will be added to that tray over here. We've got plenty of perlite to mix in, so we have 1 tray with compost and perlite and 1 tray just with pure compost. And as I say, it's okay this, but it just seems to repel the water a little bit, which we didn't have any problems with this one last year. Right, thanks for watching, guys. A like, a positive comment, hype, all that sort of stuff really helps the channel grow. Appreciate all your support, and we shall see you in a week or 2. Cheers, bye.